What up, everybody? Lonnie here, Charts and Labs. I am so sorry. This is take two because I didn't share my screen while I was recording. Trying a new way to record these, and I was giving a recap of everything, getting into the trades, and totally botched sharing my screen. So let's get this screen up so you guys can see what's going on. It's talking about everything and it was all crazy. So what we're looking at here is QQQ. Got my opening range set up and we broke below it. Looking for a 5-minute close below it, obviously to play more on the downside. Because I didn't take the play here like I almost did for this move down as a momentum play, and I would have been absolutely killing it. I'm kind of sitting right now because I'm making sure I get back into this recording, making sure that I recap everything that I was sharing with everybody. I have been MIA for a little while, took a little hiatus, and we can see that in here is why. Oh, I don't want to see QQQs, I want to see mine. So the last 1 week trading, 1 month. I'm down pretty bad today because I carried over some Intel calls, but they're not till March. But if you go to my 3 month, you can see that we were doing these trade recaps every day. I was pretty steady in my 20 to 30, couple 50%, couple big plays, but I was hitting some steady wins and just making sure my losses were small, but they were always met with a nice recovery. Well, then February 2nd, I peaked 65. I was up 6 grand because I started this account with about 478 or so. So technically, I was up almost 5,800 is what it says I was up because I guess I've added more money now. That's messed up. But yeah. So then I had a little loss, which I met with an even bigger loss, and then another little loss, and then I kind of came in and went for broke again. I was chasing. I was looking for a big number that I wanted to hit that week. I was very excited that I was pretty much not missing. Got a little overzealous and took more gamble plays than actual setup plays like this. And I should be in this put. Extremely upset with myself for not playing this right now. But because I'm trying to do this video and get you guys the recap of everything, I'm gonna share. So we were very red pre-market, had a little bit of a recovery at the open, which is why that put off the failed breakout above was a good play because we were so biasly down with everything. If we look at this, we got to go auto fit. Let's go to an hourly time range. I don't know where this thing's gonna take this off. I mean, this thing could go all the way down to 591. We broke below 597. I think if we break below 594, we could see 591. So big time red in the market. What's going on with the market? It seems is mainly this narrative of AI is spending a ton of money and nobody believes them that they're making that much money to warrant that much spending. You can see I did this one off this just to kind of see. There's a little bit of established range pattern in here, which is where this one is. And then this is our, which this actually lined up with our opening range also. This was the kind of high from last week. And then this was our lower range. So I'm going to make this one be baby blue because that was last week. And so this is a zone that I'm looking at all the way back here, as this is kind of to get back on track into that bullish momentum. We have to get all the way up to here. So we're going to make this one be blue for bullish. So that's kind of where we're at. And I missed the play, is what I'm going to tell myself. Do not like this. Play now as much. So here, a little recap of what's going on. I've been really sick. That messed me up last couple days. I made those two really bad consecutive days of trading. Um, and even in one of them, I had profit and I didn't take it, and that's frustrating. So big L on that for me. Um, that's why I didn't take this one as soon as that candle hit really big. Um, came all the way back. So kind of sitting and watching right now because I haven't been ready to make the play. These have all been momentum plays, which are quick in and outs, and a little bit more on the gamble side, less confirmation side. And I want to make a confirmed good play like I did last week. I did make a good trade last on Friday. Um, Caught myself my 22 or 24% or whatever it was, made some money and got out. Um, I've been trading. Uh, I've been trading for my day trading, taking profits, and what I was doing was I was buying TXC. Um, TXC last week also kind of semi part of my hiatus, as there's a lot going on with them as they got a cease and desist. The Texas State Business Board is looking into the wording on how they're selling the mining seats. And as soon as that letter came, this is mostly obviously some people were selling. The selling pressure increased a little bit. And this is kind of sad because there was a lot of buying pressure building up leading up to this because of the Iskander launch that was coming up that Thursday. I think this happened on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. And Thursday was the launch of Iskander, and people were buying TXC to buy into Iskander. The letter hit. I think the first rumor that I heard from somebody was that there was a class action lawsuit, and then somebody else said that it was a cease and desist. I'm not in Texas, so I was a little late to it um, to find out because I think local news dropped it pretty quick. Um, we had the big sell, then bounce up really sharply, and then of course really big down as everybody's trying to decide if it was real or what was going on. And you can see I have my bot going, and some big swings right now. So he's I have my bot going in big swings, making some profit and getting to accumulate a lot. The volatility is good for bots. The volatility is good for bots. And so this will be cool. But yeah, not a lot to say on them. Not a lot to say on that. Still very red across everywhere. Looks like those are all older charts. I don't know why it's not updating those. Um, yeah, I had to take a little time out from trading as I was being not disciplined and making a couple bad trades, gambling. I was very successful for a while, and I felt like I couldn't miss. So instead of waiting for confirmed plays, I started making the gambles. So, like I said, I wish I would have got on this candle going down here. This one would have been my entry for a short, and I could have rode all the way down to here. That's hindsight because technically on this one, it could have bounced here and shot all the way back up to here. And I probably wouldn't have taken that profit. I might have only got 10% or 12%, which would have been good if I was looking at it as a momentum play, but I probably would have been greedy. And that's kind of what happened on my other two bad plays is I got in early instead of waiting for the play to break below the range or above the range and confirm a daily move. I tried to get in early and I was trying to get in against the grain. So like what I try to do is an anticipated reversal. And the market's been obviously bearish, kind of biased last week or so, I guess you could say. And I tried to catch a bounce and get into a call, expecting the market to rebound sharply and run. I did get a little bit of profit on it, but I never took it because it was only like 10 or 12%. Of course, in hindsight, I wish I would have because it did flash it say, "Hey, get out! It's failing." And I was like, "No, no, no! This is my time when it pulls back to get more." And that was when I knew I needed to take a timeout. Um, I was marrying losers, and I was throwing more gas on a fire instead of making a good play, getting in and out if it's failing or not. So like right now, if I was trading last week, I probably would have got a call. I don't know if I would have got it at this bounce, but if it broke above this, I'd be looking to get a call right now and trying to catch it to break all the way up to this, where there could be a call play back to the opening range. And that's where you might be able to catch the 8 to 12%, 8 to 15% as a momentum play. But if we fail here, if this breaks, we're looking all the way back down to this 594. So part of me is saying right now I should also take a put. Um, but surprise pre-evaluation. S&P straight down, Nasdaq down. Yeah. So the tinfoil hat theory is that the market is in this major sell-off, and the headlines are obviously AI is spending a ton of money for AI, and are they even making a profit? Even though the last couple earnings they've all been making profit, and they've been increasing their spending to keep up. And everybody thinks it's just a merry-go-round where eventually music's going to stop, somebody's not going to have a seat, and then it's going to come house of cards tumbling. The tinfoil hat is the market is selling off right now because all of these high value, high dollar, big name people um, in the Epstein files are selling their assets before they get frozen when they get caught. Trying to get cash heavy, moving assets around, um, or anything that could link them possibly to another or whatever. Um, is kind of what it is kind of what they're hinting at, um, and I believe it. I mean, it's a pretty big sell-off on not a lot of big news. I know we have uncertainty in the Middle East, we have all that, but sticky inflation, the jobs data, everybody's concerned about all those. But there's the sell-off is pretty big and pretty violent from where we were, and this could very much be um, some big name people selling their assets before they get frozen. So, but just a reminder to everybody, I don't know if I already spoke it into this video, but I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial guru. I do make mistakes. I do call the market wrong, so don't follow me blindly. But what I do want to do is I want to show you strategies and ways to play the market, ways to read the charts, and see things so that you have a familiarity with this and are willing to self-invest and put money into the market yourself, and maybe make some of these plays. um, Hardest part about trading the market is once you find a strategy that works for you, um, orb or trend lines or or other indicators, moving averages. A lot of people look for whatever one works for them, and once they find one, don't try to add too many. Keep it simple. If it works for you, trade it, and then stay disciplined. Make sure you watch your position sizing so you're not risking too much of your account, and don't be afraid to take a loss. Because even if you read the market perfect, uh, I could have taken I could have taken this close and got into a short here and played down to here, but then this one I might have not taken. So now I got to think if I'm taking this one. I can't take this one until we break below this. And then I'm going to try to play for this. I need momentum. So, um, yeah, find your strategy, trade it, do well with that. I think we're kind of stuck right here. Silver's coming down. Bitcoin's coming down. Yeah, there's just, and that's the part that makes this market a little tricky. Is it's not normally like if there's a sell off somewhere, sell off in tech, the money goes into defense, or if there's a sell off in um, gold and silver, comes into the tech, and one way or the other, but the money stays in something. Right now, everything is selling off. Crypto selling, gold and silver selling, the market selling, tech, and then even the blue chip names are even selling. Dow's down and everybody's down. Um, and that's where I'm like, ooh, that tinfoil hat. Those guys are just selling everything. Uh, yeah, do we want to play a put? Big put? Is there gonna be a fallout under this 594? We wicked up pretty clean on both of these. If this can't see how I want to play this. I really want to play a put. I'm kind of biased towards playing a put, but I feel like I might have missed the move. Because if you look at this, once it wicked down really sharp and then established it kind of recovered all day. So could this sharp and then recover all day to here? I mean, yeah, I mean, this thing could either go all the way back up to 598 or we're coming could go all the way down to 591. It's kind of where I see right now. At 595, either coming back to 598 or going down to 591 would be a massive move. We're already down 1%. It's a big move already. To lose another $3 is going to lose another 0.5%. And also another thing, if you don't see a good setup in your market, this is some good advice. Don't trade. Don't trade. If nothing fit or the move happened before you caught it or a move happened too quickly and you weren't ready for it or it went against what you were looking for, if you keep looking, I was kind of biasedly looking for those put plays and I missed two of them even though I was biased looking for them. I also don't want to force them. If the move happens fast without me, I'm not going to chase a play. So this would have to be a big wick down in this final minute. Nope. So we had you could call this one maybe a reversal. This is a pretty strong candle. It completely absorbed this candle. And it got all the way back up into the halfway mark of this candle. But then we pulled back halfway to this candle. So now is this candle going to eat out the whole 598? Would be a big move up if it came back up. Might be a no trade day. I also have to be careful. I have to watch because even though I'm sick and even though it's cold and miserable outside and over here in Nevada, I have snow removal. I have to do today, which is not fun. over an inch. So I'm gonna have to go assemble and get ready to do some. Oh, there, that looks like the play that I want. I might get psyched out. Don't psych me out. But this looks like the put that I want. I'm not gonna go big on this though, but we're gonna go put very small play here. Dang. I'm just gonna do two. Oh. Did it reverse? No, that's the right play. Two at two. Oh, why is it? Ooh. So I was watching the price on that one, and that's why I didn't get it because it was. Ooh. I think it's going down. Submit. Submit. Done. Where did I get them at? Probably down. Let's see. Got them at 187. And we're already up to 196. Good, good, good. Up 5%. Let's see. So this big sharp down around, if this breaks below 594.15, look out below. Could drop very quickly. I'm going to look into doing next week. I'm going to try to maybe open up these. I'm messing with recording these on Zoom, and that's why I messed up on the first time I went through the pre-market talking about everything. I kind of gave the recap of everything. This one might feel a little bit more rushed in everything that I spoke about because this is the second time I filmed this one. But I'm trying to use Zoom as my recording base, making sure that I'm comfortable with using this in the screen share and all that. Because I might open these up to live to let people come in and check. They could ask questions. They could maybe make suggestions that they're looking at playing, or um, for them to do for them to trade with me if they want to. And I'm going to look into that. So it might be next week, might be coming next week. Just kind of keep your eyes out. So we're back down to even. We were up 5%. Little indecision here. It wants to go down this 594.50 level. Is holding on. If we can get this candle to see, that was the right here on this one, it got down to the 594.15. I actually hit 594 flat. I don't. I'm going to do this called every other candle thing and just see if it stays below this. I'll stay in the play kind of thing. But yeah, so I might try to look into doing some Zooms and I might post these where they're available to where you could check in. I'm probably going to mute you guys all and do all that. But I want to be able to offer this to people who want to follow along live with the market as things are going on. Maybe, oh, dang it. And that was what I was worried about. This big move back up to the 597. That's why I just did this little, and I didn't want to chase. Now we're down 12%. getting blown up because my dad sends every thought individually. Uh, so this is my add one more. Failed the momentum cloud. Did not clear this one. Has to go back below this line, and I might add one more. Maybe. I don't want to though. I think this one might be a loser. They're taking my 5%. That's why I don't. That's why I didn't want to play this today. I wasn't very confident, and I only did two little ones. But I will get out quickly if this doesn't reverse. If this bumps into this 597, I'm going to be probably down pretty bad. What did I get exactly? 143, down $80. 187 times two. That was like less than 400, 390 or 375 or so. Yeah, about 375. And I'm down 358. That's mostly because of this one. So this momentum cloud is showing 596.50 and we're at 596.20. This is where if I get oof big. And that was where I was joking saying down here buy for the retest up to here, buy a call and get that retest to 597 and waited for this where we looked like we were possibly going down. And now I think I lost this play. Mm-mm. Oh, back to 598 would be crazy. If this closes above this range, I'm going to be quite upset. Wow. Wow. Did that just wipe out that? I'm building up in price though. So is this about to fail? Wow. What a move. Oof. Damn. Um, damn. Talked about getting a call. Well, I got to get ready to go do snow removal. So I'm gonna have to get out of this as a loser. I'm gonna see if it'll come back. It should at least test this level. This stacks green candles though. It's for sure gonna go test this, and there'll be a better play. But if this could have been just a little nudge, now I need this to break below. Could have averaged down, but I'm not putting more money into this. This is what I did. What I would have done on the last week on those plays that I lost was something like this happened where it went against me. And I took it as an opportunity to get bigger into the position, way more than I wanted to, and over leveraged. And then when it continued, I lost big time. Um, Instead of waiting for a confirm, like, oh, hey, you should average down on this because it is failing. Now I need to have this candle needs to get completely wiped out, at least halfway, right? Um, so this should be able to give me an exit out of my loss. Because I'm looking for 596.28. But if this 597 holds, there's going to be some continuation back up. I'm looking for 596.28. Oh, there's a big move down. And this is where even like on these 0 days where it's such a huge gamble because one candle can move quickly like that. And this could get wiped out in a blink. Or this is my exit right here kind of thing. It's like one or the other. What do you do? Do you get out right now as a small loss? Uh, oh, we're pushing back down. So we're waiting to see what it does at this. Could it go all the way into under 596? So now in this one, what I did not average down would have been a great one to average down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out though. I think I want out. I'm watching the price over here. Or is that just a little liquidity? Sweet, sweet. That's crazy. So got in a little too early on that play. Um, wow. Now I wish I really would have averaged down because we are back into the 595. Sorry for the longer video. This is my exit. Yeah, I think I want one out of it. I don't like it. I don't like this play, but it's trying to get me out. I might take just 10%. What did I get to? 240 was right before. Of course, I bought on this. Well, okay, it's intact to come back down. Broken a lot of the levels. Uh, looking off this little wick right here. 595.60, it's pushing down below it. 595.60. 49. Kind of waiting to see what this next candle is going to be. Got one more minute. Oof, this one's going to be green. So, dang it. Two. Oh, no, we're red now. It's got to get below this one. We need under 595.33. 595.33. Even if it can get down to 594, there's 33. Okay, here we go. Would it get all the way down to, there's 594. Need that. We're about even. We're going to get out of this at two. Two at two. If it spikes up and gets me that, uh, I'll take that. It's going to only be $13 profit on each one, $26 profit. Very small, but this candle kind of scares me. And now if it doesn't get below here, we're even kind of starting uptrend here. So I don't like it. If you just use these two. So that's what I'm going to say. We could retest this 594.75. That'll be 191. Waiting to see if it will come up and test that line one more time. I wouldn't mind just to get the profit. Would be kind of nice to get a little win. Oof, what a move back. Sheesh. All the way back down to 150 after it was 180. Sheesh. Beta starts getting really tough on this one as it goes into the time. I don't want to be in this play after 7:30, so I only have 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to get out almost no matter what. I should have got out already on that big wick down, but we need this to fail this level right here from the base of this red candle. We're watching this to go down below 595.61. Luckily, it did. I don't want it to go above 595.61. I want it to lose. I want it to go below 594.84 with momentum. Would actually make me almost want to ride the play for a positive, but I'm $2. I'm gonna make, what is it? Not 10. It'll be like 6 or 7%. Oh, it's 5.8, I think is what it was. I would have had when I got this move. When I first bought it, we were profit. So how to get below this level. I don't want to see 595.60. I don't want to see it. I want to see some selling with momentum. Kind of like I need a big sweep candle, a big sweeping candle. That's a little bit better. Need a little bit more juice. There, it'll be sold. Oh wow, went from. See, it's just it needs to get out of that. Get out of there. It's got some buying support right here. This 595 level is getting protected. But we flattened out. I think I'm just going to get out. I'm just going to get out right now. Did the bottom fall out? Hold on, dogs. It's wanting to. Hold on. I'm almost done. It's trying hard to tell me. It's trying hard. It's trying hard. Okay, it broke below that one. Needed that momentum to push. God, this is such a longer trade than I wanted to be in. I wanted to be out already. Okay, there we go. 2 at 2. Be done. two at two and be done. That's what I said I was going to do. Oh, there it goes. Two at two and done. All right. So we got a little bit of profit. And I'm done for the day. I just don't like it. Was late to the party, missed the momentum plays. Again, I took a little bit of time off. I made two bad plays. Very upset with myself. I lost like $2,700 on those two bad plays. And then Friday I made 270. Lost money on TXE getting the hit with the cease and desist. And everybody's selling. The good news is the network is not under scrutiny. The coin is not under scrutiny. It's just how they were presenting and how they were selling the mining packages. And so they have to clear that up. Might be some restructuring, or they might be okay, and they just need to look into it. So hopefully that good news can clear up so Iskander and the other projects can go forward. And we'll see. I won't be talking a lot about TXE during the cease and desist just because I don't want to get wrapped up in it on either side. I'm still buying TXE. I like the project. I still believe in the project. I think they're going to be able to get things hashed out and figure it out. So again, I have my bot going, share screen so you guys can see it. I'm down right now. But yeah, that big sell-off bounce. Again, TXC's biggest issue is lack of buying pressure, not as much overwhelming selling pressure. There's not a ton of people selling. Problem is they're setting market sells and there's no buy orders to support and hold them, which is why I was kind of always trying to help people that don't have a familiarity with the market and how to build that liquidity, build the order book, was to take advantage of like WeBot and PineX's bot trading, which is really cool. You throw the money in and it sets the trades for you. So you have buy side pressure and sell side. You're making some profit as it's going. We're definitely in a downtrend, obviously. There is a little bit of of buying though. There's still plenty of people who still believe in the project. And we had a couple of uptrend spurts, trying to flatten out and find its level before people decide. As the clarity comes out from the act, and things are less legally bound, I'll probably start sharing some more. I don't want to get into the legal side of things and get in the way of anybody. Bobby and them have the lawyers. Lawyers are built for this, not chart traders and market traders. So I will keep playing around in my sandbox, and I'm hoping for the best for TXC. And those guys still have my mining going on, and QQQ is going to be tricky. I'm glad I got out of that, but small victory. At least it wasn't a loss. And I got to go move some snow now. So I'm looking to get back into this. And again, next week I might experiment with doing some Zoom calls for some live trading and market indulging to allow people to kind of help them or participate in it and get some live action and maybe even trade with me. So I hope everybody's having a good day. Talk to you guys on the next one. Stop sharing and